Hey guys, welcome back to Spoon River Outdoors. Today we're going to do another Dutch oven over the campfire recipe. One of the followers, Janie, I believe is her name, had talked about doing it with black cake and some fresh blackberries, fresh or frozen. Obviously these are not fresh or frozen, but October in the Midwest, and this is what we're going to go with. So the recipe that my wife and I looked up contained these and Dr. Pepper, and we've got his cousin, the imitation Dr. Thunder, and the Dutch oven. Let's start over at the pit and we'll get the coals all ready. I'll show you how to lay those out so that we don't overcook this. Again, cooking in this Dutch oven over a campfire is no different than cooking in your oven at home. You want to maintain a certain temperature so that you don't under or overcook your desserts. We're looking for that 350 degrees plus or minus. It's not going to be exact. We just don't want to put too many hot coals under and over it. But let's go over to the fire and we'll get that prepped. All right, so we've got this fire going. It's been burning for probably an hour and a half, and we've got some good coals now. So what we'll do is move the solid logs off, and we'll just grab the hot coals. That'll be plenty of coals for the bottom of it. Let me get the oven prepped and then we'll be back. I am going to line my Dutch oven with parchment paper like I did in the apple cobbler video I done a few months ago. But I'm going to go ahead and spray the inside with some oil just to keep it from sticking if anything would happen to get past that parchment paper. I'm telling you guys, these things are fantastic to save on cleanup. I got these at Bass Pro. They're pre-cut in a circle. I think I got a dozen of them. I don't remember how much they cost, but they're worth every penny. All right, to start, we'll just go ahead and get our pie fillings in. We'll spread that out so it's an even thickness all the way across the bottom of the pan. All right, this recipe that we found shows to dump the cake mix into a bowl and mix it. We didn't bring a bowl with us, but we've got this 1978 pan we're going to use. Still good for mixing. Then we'll pour the soda in here. Mix it up good. We got our cake mix and Dr. Pepper all mixed together, whisked together with a fork. Now we'll pour this on here. Try to keep it on top so it doesn't mix in. Now we'll just try to even this out on the top. All right, we'll call that good. I'll put the lid on, get the coals ready again, because we did that a little too soon, and I'll be back. we'll add some coals to the top. You really need more coals on the top of it than you need on the bottom when you're cooking this way. Try to stay out of your ash when you're getting your coals. Ash is an insulator, so if you have a lot of ash on there, the heat won't penetrate the lid like it's supposed to. We'll call that good. It needs to cook for 30 to 40 minutes. There's really no need to check this periodically. We will rotate it as we go, but you don't need to check it. Usually with most of these, you can tell when they're done when you can start smelling it wafting through the air. It's always really tempting to check that Dutch oven as it goes, and like I explained a minute ago, you don't want to check it all the time. There's no need to. So the best thing you can do is find something to occupy your time while that's cooking. And for us, we're going to cook some jalapeno and cheddar brats over the fire while we're waiting. All right, we're about 10 minutes into the cooking of this, so we'll want to rotate the top and the oven. You can see when I started my fire, I started it all on the downwind side because I didn't want that heat blowing across the Dutch oven, because it's going to make it a lot harder for me to control the temperature. It's still going to be hotter on that side just because we do have an active fire. So about every 8 to 10 minutes, what I like to do is rotate the lid 90 degrees and then grab your oven and rotate it 90 degrees. And we'll do that again in another 8 to 10 minutes so that we don't end up with a hot spot. We're just trying to distribute that heat evenly all the way throughout that Dutch oven as it cooks. All right, it's been about another 8 minutes, so we'll go ahead and rotate that again. We'll want to rotate it in the same direction that we did the last time, otherwise we'd just be taking it back to where it was in the beginning. So we'll go 90 degrees. And then rotate the oven 90 again. The recipe for this actually called for adding some chocolate chips about halfway through, which would be about right now. Just sprinkle some chocolate chips on there. I'm sure that would give it a fantastic smooth icing. My wife and I just got a new granddaughter just a little over a month ago, and that's what's been taking up most of our time, spending time with her. And to be quite honest, we just flat out forgot the chocolate chips today. So we'll try it like this. I'm sure it's going to be good, but don't forget to add those if you want to get a little more of that chocolate flavor in there too. All right, we are about 42 minutes into the, or I'm sorry, 32 minutes into this, so we're going to go ahead and pull it and check it. I can smell it in the air pretty good. That looks pretty good. We'll check it with a toothpick. And it looks clean, so I think we're good. We'll get this out of the way and then dump the ashes off of the lid. Now we'll try it. Hey, I wanted to take a second to talk to you guys about this multi-tool for campfire cooking. This one's made by Lodge. It works out pretty good. You can use it for a handle lifter or even a oven lifter. If you have a Dutch oven that's not built for campfires and it doesn't have the 3 legs on it to keep it up above the heat, you can use one of these to set your oven on. Just set it so that you've got an airspace between the coals and the oven itself. You can also use these if you had a griddle. You could set a griddle on it to to cook something on. The other good thing is it's a fantastic lid holder. So when you take your lid off, you got something to set it on and keep it clean. We're going to try this. We'll dish some up and we'll be right back. Boy, that sure looks good. Give that a try. Whew. That's hot, but it's really good. I do wish that we had not forgotten the chocolate chips, because I think that would have been a fantastic other ingredient in there. All right, guys, I finished off that plate, and I really am disappointed that we forgot to bring the chocolate chip to add to it, because I think that would have been a fantastic addition to it. I want to thank my camera holder for today, my wife Kathy, who's enjoying her plate of dessert at this time. Thanks guys for tuning in. I hope that you do enjoy this video, and if you have any comments, if you've got any other recipes that you would like to see made and I'd like to eat, please add those in there. I'd be more than happy to try another one yet this year. We've got probably another good month before the weather gets unbearable cold. Thanks again for watching, and I hope that you take a second to hit the subscribe button. Thank you.